To kick spooky season off this year, I read Hungerstone by Kat Dunn. This is one of the very first aardvark books that I ever picked up, and I will admit this one kind of stumped me a little bit at first. I started reading it as soon as I got it, and I had a little bit of trouble getting into it, so I went to my library, to my Libby app, and they did not have the audio available. So I decided to just soften up this one for a little while because I could see the potential. And my Libby finally got the book, came in, and so I bumped this up for the start of spooky season. And the audiobook really did a whole lot to help me get into this storyline. I did go back and forth between the audio and reading, and I think just kind of that jump start with the audio just kind of got me into this story a lot more. This is definitely a slow burn story, so if you are a person that maybe struggles with that a little bit, the audiobook was great. I thought the narrator was fantastic. So this is another vampire story. I guess vampires are having another moment right now. It was like vampires, and then it was zombies, and I guess we're back to vampires. So we have a woman, Lenore, and Lenore has not had a very fortunate upbringing. Her parents died when she was young, and she was raised by an aunt who just really doesn't understand love in the least. We are kind of way back in the 1800s, and Lenore decides that her only means of survival is to find a rich husband. So in the season where she is being presented, and she picks a man and she goes after him and she marries him. And that relationship works out about as you would expect a relationship formed that way to work. It's fine. They do not have any children. It's been about 10 years that they've been married, and they are moving to this castle where her husband is going to have some shooting event, and she is a little bit overwhelmed with all of the responsibilities of making sure that this castle is ready for the shooting event, doing her sort of matron of the house duties. As they're on the way to this castle, our story kind of actually begins, and they come across a woman who has been in a carriage accident, and this woman is named Carmilla. If you are familiar with any vampire lore, the name Carmilla should be very familiar to you, because Carmilla is the book that Dracula was inspired by, based on. So they insist that Carmilla come stay in the castle with them as she recovers from this accident. And the doctor comes and says, yeah, she needs to stay. But right away, they're starting to notice some odd things about Carmilla. During the day, she seems very sickly. When the doctor comes by, he says she is definitely not well. She can't be moved. She doesn't get out of bed. But at night, she is active. She is seen around. She goes missing. And so what unfolds here is Lenore really starts to think about what is it that she wants from life. Part of this is influenced by Carmilla. Part of this is influenced by a niece that comes to stay with them. Part of this is based on a relationship that she starts to form with Camilla. I will say that when I picked this up, it was kind of branded as a little bit of a mystery. There is some secret that is being hidden, and that was really a very, very, very minor part of this book. On the surface, this is a sapphic vampire story. So if you liked Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, you will like Hungerstone. They both kind of have that sapphic vampire vibe, although in Hungerstone, it's a lot more subtle. While Bury Your Bones in the Midnight School is kind of in-your-face vampirism, this is very subtle and a little bit more kind of in the style of like the Victorian novel, where our main female character is dissatisfied with life and really trying to find her place in a man's world. So it was good. I'm not gonna say it was astounding, but I did enjoy it. And if you want something for spooky season, it's not a bad choice.